Okay. Hello to my Cappies. Hello to my Capricorns. This is Queen Amon-Ra coming to you with your general reading. This is going to take us through the 20th, right? So as you can see, you see all of these cards laid out here. So I filmed an entire reading for you all, obviously. When I played it back, I'm glad I did before I uploaded it, because it was, I won't say that it was on mute, it just didn't pick up the sound. It didn't pick up the microphone sound. So I'm glad I did not upload it, because I'm quite sure I would have had tons of comments saying, we can't hear anything. So I'm glad. So let me pick up all of these pink cards and I'm gonna kind of go back. I'm gonna run back through what I said, okay? All right. So, hey everybody. Hopefully everybody's having a great weekend. The moon is in Cancer. Cancer is the mother and money sign of the zodiac, right? Hopefully everybody's having a great weekend. I was telling y'all about the movie that I was watching, right? So hopefully everybody's having a good weekend. If it's raining where you all are, hopefully you all are taking advantage of this rain. So lots of good news in your reading, Capricorn. So you all had a really good reading here. You all having a really good tower, right? So answered prayer in your reading, by the way. So happy Sunday if you're watching this on Sunday. If you're watching this on Sunday, October 12th. This reading is going to be for the 13th of October through the 20th of October. And the moon is in Cancer. So let's get you ready for the week. Let's get you ready for the week. This is Queen Amon-Ra coming to you with your general reading. So let's get into it. That's right. Let's get into it, Capricorns. Sending everybody lots of love and light. We started out with the Hermit card. So let me kind of sort of give you all a recap, since y'all see all the cards out here. Y'all saw all the pink cards laid out. Like I said before, I had already previously filmed the video for you all, but there was no sound. And I'm glad I did listen to it before I uploaded the video, because y'all would have saw hands moving and then no sound. Y'all would have been like, what is going on? What is really going on, right? So we don't have that madness. So I was telling y'all about this movie I was watching with Gwyneth Paltrow called Hush, right? Really good movie. So she's one of my favorite actresses, as is, I was saying, Viola Davis, Halle Berry, Denzel Washington, Al Pacino, just to name a few, right? And I was telling y'all about some books and all of that other stuff in the previous video, which, by the way, artistically, because the moon is in Cancer and Cancer is ruled by the moon, those are some of the ways you can really nurture yourselves, because this reading is going to really be about how to nurture yourselves this week while you're in hermit mode, right? And this card typically makes you almost feel like you're left out of other people's lives, or you're learning how to mother or nurture yourselves, right? This is not about whether you have a great relationship or not so great relationship with your own mother. Some people have really good relationships with their own moms. But it's not even about whether your mom's alive or not alive, or whether you have a good or bad relationship with your mom. This is really about how you nurture yourselves in healthy ways, right? One of the things I wanted to point out to you all is, you notice the Devil card is not out here, right? This lets me know that you all have accomplished something. A prayer has been answered. We had a Hunter's moon this cycle. Now this is really good news. We had a Hunter's moon, and a Hunter's moon is also known as an ice cold moon, right? You all have really learned how to keep people out of your business. This is an answered prayer, right? So in the past, a lot of you all have been carrying other people's emotions on your back, right? So when people be like, okay, basically, you have been carrying other people's emotions for how they feel about what's going on behind other people's closed doors. Y'all know how, like I've been saying in my readings, in both your personal and your professional life, Capricorn, when people want to know, kind of like, you're using you all in meetings and stuff to kind of sort of find out like what's going on with the manager, for example, like kind of sort of using y'all as like ask the manager a question in a meeting, and then it ends up getting you all in trouble right? Or find out what's going on behind somebody else's closed doors and ends up getting you in trouble, right? So you all, a prayer has been answered. You all have had prayer warriors praying on your behalf that, hey, if people want to know something, stop using Capricorn. Let them ask themselves, right? And so it's not that you're on the outside of anything. People have shown that, hey, people can see clearly that you're not the issue. If people want to know what's going on, then people need to ask themselves. Stop using you. Stop using you. If people want to know about what's going on, stop using Capricorn, right? So, in other words, Source is protecting you. You're in a very vulnerable space, right? Stop using you as a pawn in a game, as the prey, right? And this, I was telling you all about how you can use art, like movies and books, which there's a lot of free movies and books and stuff that you can use that YouTube has for free, by the way, so you don't have to spend any money, to kind of sort of use as your downtime, right? So that you don't feel like you on the outside of anything, because you're not on the outside of anything. A lot of people still talk to you all. They may not talk to other people, right? So the example that I gave in your previous reading, and I can't remember every little thing I said in a previous reading. It's not even by coincidence that the sound didn't come out in a previous reading. But let's say, for instance, it's you and two other friends, right? And so you and somebody else, you may be the middle friend that still talks to two friends, right? You may still be friends with two people, but this one and this one may not talk anymore, right? And that's okay. It's not your responsibility to carry the weight of this one and this one anymore, right? It's not your responsibility to carry their weight. You're not the go-between person. Take that weight off of your shoulders. Even if you got two friends that are divorced, that's not your responsibility. You're not the go-between person. And you all are a very responsible zodiac sign. You're not the go-between person. You can have cousins from opposite sides of the family that don't talk to each other anymore. You're not the go-between energy. People need to learn how to talk to each other. Y'all get the point. You are not learn how to remove yourself from the equation, because you'll never be able to capture the full essence of what people need to say to each other, okay? And nor should you have to. It's not your responsibility. It's not your responsibility, in other words, right? So you don't ever have to feel like you're on the outside, because you're not. You're actually on the inside. You don't have to feel like you're on the outside of anything, right? So you're on the inside. You're actually the one that's down to earth and relatable. So you can remove yourself. You're in a very vulnerable position, but you notice you don't see the devil card, meaning that you're not chained to fear, doubt, uncertainty. Prayer has been answered, meaning that you have intercessors on your behalf. You have a guardian angel. You have a guardian angel a short distance away from you, seeing something from a higher frequency, helping to remove you from an equation, okay? So that you can focus on something totally different. Somebody may have new love coming across their path. Somebody can have a new baby. You can have a new project that you're trying to build. You could be, and it doesn't necessarily have to be a baby. I made reference to that movie Hush because she's pregnant in the movie, but you could have a new project that you're trying to build, that you're trying to grow. Remember it's genderless and tarot. So you could have a new job that you're trying to grow. You could be trying to grow your knowledge and wisdom, right? So maybe you need some downtime. I mentioned in my previous video when I talked about how I was taking a break from something that I'm working on, warmed up some lunch while I was watching the movie, right? So you could be working on something and trying to grow something, right? This is not always a baby. Obviously, this looks like a earth, right? This looks like this is a planet here, right? But you could be trying to grow something, right? But you got energies that are praying for you, that you're removed from things, so you're not carrying other people's emotional baggage. In other words, your symbol is a sea goat, SEA, right? Clearly you're a star. Clearly you're a star. We're not talking about fame, right? Fame and star. Sometimes people use those interchangeably, but it's not the same. We're talking about 11th house. And when people want to know what's going on in other people's lives, they can ask themselves directly. You are not a go-between. You don't carry other people's emotional baggage on your back. You are well within your right to say, I have no idea. I'm only focused on my life. I have no idea. Because how would you know? You don't. You have no idea, right? Just because you have people's telephone number or direct text message, whatever, you have no idea. People have a life. You don't want to be invasive, right? You don't want to be invasive, right? People have a life, right? You're trying to create something for yourself, right? And so you're trying to be at peace. You're not trying to disrupt other people's peace, right? So, you're not trying to act like paparazzi in people's lives, and you don't want people to act like that in your life. So you're not carrying other people's emotional baggage. You're trying to see something from a higher frequency, but you also want people to see things from a high frequency in your life as well, right? So in hermit mode, you are doing things to protect your energy so you don't feel left out. You don't feel left out. You hold the key to your life. You hold the key to your life. You don't feel left out because you're not left out of anyone's life. But you are learning how to protect your energy as well. So what I mentioned, this reading is for the 12th through the 19th of October. And this is where you are exploring your spiritual energy. Spirit is calling this week for stability through surrender and mastery of trust. For you in this reading for you all, the current energy for you all in this sacred learning, just kind of sort of learning how to like this week for you is leaning more towards restoration, your inner peace, sacred art of self-nurturing. And while you're in hermit mode this week, is your current energy is hermit, right? It's going to be in hermit mode, right? And this is not really isolating yourself from the whole world, but it's drawing inward for reflection. And so you're being guided to rest, recharge, and listen to your inner wisdom. I almost want to pause it because I want to make sure I can go back and replay this and hear it, because I don't want to get through this entire reading like I did the previous reading and then don't hear anything, right? But I did test it before, so I did hear something when I stopped and listened back. So I'm gonna just go with it this time. But yeah, I feel like you all are in hermit mode. I feel like you're gonna go into hermit mode and really nurture yourself by creating sacred stillness. You know, even just like 10 minutes a day, reconnecting to your inner light. See how this light is coming on for this person right here? Just reconnecting with your inner light. And this isn't you. This isn't you. I'm telling y'all, you don't see the devil card out here. You know, this is the challenge, right? Feelings of isolation or depletion may surface, but Spirit says this is a call to care for your body and spirit and reach out for warmth, connect with supportive people, nourish yourself with good food, and allow comfort without guilt, right? This isn't you. You don't feel left out unless you feel like you feel left out, unless you allow other people to make you feel left out of other people's lives. You know, like if somebody try to play these mind games, like these emotional games, if you like, oh, they didn't call you, they didn't tell you what was going on in their life. You know how people play these little emotional silly games. They didn't call you, they still haven't called you. Oh, I thought y'all were friends. They'll always come back for that. It's like, I'm not trying to overstep any boundaries with them. I'm giving them their space. If you want to know what's going on with them, then you call them. I guess y'all not talking then. You have to learn how to come right back with people. Whoever this is, right? And so, you know, past influences tower. So that's the old foundation. Like some people, it's like, to me, it feels almost like somebody is just like playing mind games with somebody, like trying to make you feel bad because they don't have access to somebody, right? Trying to make you feel bad, right? So, because somebody is secretly watching someone behind your back. Oh, have you talked to somebody this week? No, have you? Oh, I mean, I thought you all would have talked. Nope. But you always ask me about them. Why are you asking me about them? That would always be my comeback. Why are you asking me about them? I mean, why, do you talk to them directly? Have you talked to them? So here's the tower card, right? This is actually a good tower. So all foundations have fallen, and Spirit says, you know, release the urge to rebuild immediately. And so instead, nurture yourself by breathing through uncertainty and trusting that healing happens in divine timing. You know what I feel like looking at your cards is that some of you all really have some energies around you, and this is, again, take only what resonates with you. Some of you all really have energies around you. It's just misery loves company. Some people really have some energies around them that just really like seeing you all in this space. And this is when you know you have some energies around you. And I kind of like made reference to it a little bit in the previous video. I wish the sound had worked when I talked about that movie Hush with Gwyneth Paltrow. Because the characters in that movie, they were trip. They were really a trip. If y'all saw the movie, it's an older movie, but but yeah. And then this Queen of Pentacles here, the conscious focus is, you know, you focused on stability and care. And you got to watch out for people who get a kick out of dumping their emotional baggage on your back. You already have enough. Like, for instance, I know if it were me, if I had people who got a kick out of asking me about what's going on behind someone else's closed doors. Like, have you talked to so-and-so? If this is me, I would ask a person, why do you always ask me about what's going on in somebody else's life? Even if it was a family member asking me. Like, I noticed you, even if it was an elder, I would ask, you know, respectfully, I noticed you always ask me about this person. Do you mind if I ask them, do they want you to have the number? Because you're asking me about them. I don't know if they even know that you ask about them. Because at least they'll know that you're asking. So that way I can give you a clear response as to them knowing. So I can get that response right back to you right away. So you'll be real clear as to whether, so they know that you're asking. And so you'll know how they feel. So there'll be no stones left unturned. Y'all know what I'm saying? Or if it's a friend, or, you know, if a friend was asking about somebody else, let's say John was asking about Kate, and Kate didn't like John. Y'all know they no longer friends, and you're the middle person. And one said, no, I don't know why they still asking about me. We're no longer friends. Why are they even still asking about? Let them know, okay, very clear, we're no longer friends. I've forgiven that person, but we're no longer friends. Let them know they can stop asking you. We're no longer friends. What's going on in my life is of no concern. So you can take that weight off their back. Take that weight off the back, right? So that's that, right? So you can alleviate yourself from that emotional baggage and that emotional weight. That's not being mean. That's just taking you out of the equation. So you don't even have to say, well, I'm not really sure if you don't even have to have that weight on your back if y'all know what I'm saying, right? So somebody is trying to remove you from an equation so you don't even have to feel bad. This is not you. This is somebody else's energy. This is not even you. Somebody feels like you are the key. This is not you. This is not you. So work on your Chiron. And you do need your time of birth, by the way. So If you don't need your time of birth, don't even stress that out. If you don't have your time of birth, that is more common than people realize. Even if you don't have your time of birth, just learn how to say, hey, Lois, time out. I'm not sure why you keep asking me about somebody. I have no idea. If you all are not talking directly, next time I talk to them, I'll put them on speakerphone and I will ask them directly, let them know that you're here, you want to know directly, and I'll let them respond while you're on the phone. That will get it all cleared up right then and there. And that'll be that. That's how you remove yourself from the equation. That's how you remove yourself from the equation. That's how you take all that weight off your back, whoever you are. You learn how to remove yourself from the equation. Take yourself out of stuff. Y'all gonna learn how to take yourself out of stuff. Start announcing stuff. Hey, I have so-and-so on the phone. They want your number. Start announcing stuff. I have so-and-so on the phone. They want your number. Thank you for letting me know ahead of time so-and-so's on the phone. The answer is going to be yes or no. Yes or no. There it is. The instant tower right there. One way or the other. Yes or no. Because you're the one that's down to earth and relatable, whether you're a man or woman. I don't feel like somebody has an issue with you. I don't feel like people have an issue with you at all. Your abundance and your prosperity is growing. This is you. Whether it's in your business or whatever. I don't feel like people have an issue with you. You're the one that's a star. The devil card is not out here. So you're not the one that's chained to fear, doubt, uncertainty. So it could be somebody else that has an issue. Somebody's trying to use you to gain access to someone else's life. So you're not the issue, Capricorn. Whoever you are, you're not the issue. So you don't have to feel bad about anything, whoever you are. So you can kick back. So the subconscious energy is high priestess energy here, is that your intuition is strong beneath the surface, and spirit says nurture yourself by honoring your spiritual side. And so meditate, pray, or simply allow silence to speak, and so the answers will come in whispers, not noise. This is you. Protect your peace. You've already gone through a dark night of the soul. Get off the fence. You've already become enlightened. You're not the issue. You're not the issue. In the past, like I said, you're sitting in silence here in hermit mode. Find something to do for yourself. Pour into you. You're not the issue. You're the star. You're shining bright. But guess what? There's greatness in everybody. Somebody could be overthinking something, right? You're waking up from past nightmares, as a whole lot of people are waking up from past nightmares. That's literally what a lot of people have in common. A lot of people are waking up from past nightmares. Prayers have been answered. You don't see the devil card out here. You don't carry other people's emotional baggage on your back. That's just, I mean, that's really it, right? The near future is Ace of Cups. A renewal of emotional energy arrives. So Spirit says open your heart to receive love from yourself first and foremost. You can't pour from an empty cup. Somebody must have Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio in their birth chart. If it's not you, it could be somebody else who already picked up on some kind of energy. And so so from yourself, from spirit, from others, and so practice forgiveness and compassion. These are highest forms of nourishment. Pour into yourself. Somebody who's a short drive away from you has already prayed over something. A guardian angel has already prayed over something. Somebody already knows that you're going through some nightmares. There's two sides of a sword in a situation. Think about a sword. There's two sides of a sword in a situation. Somebody has already awakened from some nightmares, you know, over some things, right? And so there are many stars in the sky. Just in case people haven't seen, look outside at night. There's many stars in the sky, meaning everybody is a star. Everybody has an 11th house. Like you all rule 10th house, Aquarius rules 11th house, Pisces rules 12th house. Everybody has a first through 12th house. Everybody has a first through 12th house. That's everybody. So these are the cards that I pulled out. Like I said, I made reference to the movie that I was watching, Hush, while I was taking a break. His heart chakra. You know, this is about making connections. The basic need for heart chakra, which is basic need for heart chakra is love and to be loved, right? Right? So you're moving forward. Stop carrying other people's emotional baggage on your shoulders. Here we have document your dreams day and night. Somebody met their match. Other people are trying to get you to carry their emotional baggage on your back. Stop doing that. I don't care if you're sitting in a meeting at work and somebody's whispering over your ear, don't you think so and so and so and so? Okay. If they're saying don't you think, even if you do think, then to whisper right back at them. Well, then you should ask the question. Let them raise their hand. Your enemy's plan backfired. Create the change that you want. Treat yourselves to a spa day. Take a leap of faith. Your new home awaits. Your ex wants to return. Exes are exes for a reason. It's time to heal your wounded warrior. That's your Chiron, but that's only if you have your time of birth. Like I said before, if you don't have your time of birth, please don't let that bring your whole weekend down. Don't let it bring your whole week down. It is not uncommon. Time to schedule a vacation, even if the vacation consists of going to the local museum. Even if it consists of going to a local museum. This is your Chiron here. Time to ground yourselves. So it's time to open your vault door. Somebody has a demon of pride. In other words, somebody's never going to apologize. So, okay, and they don't have to. Let go and let God. Yeah, so move on in silence and move on in peace. At what age did your parents work on their shadow self, and at what age did you work on your shadow self? The more and more somebody realizes that some people are never going to apologize, they're never going to face whatever their demons are, release it. For real, just release it off of your shoulders, release it off your back, release it off of just release it in love, move on, and leave them out of your life. This is not you. Just release them. Learn how to keep your door closed, because other people are going to want to try to find out what's going on in their lives. You're not returning some people's calls. Toss it into the burning bowl. That's their karma. They're going to be forever outside of your life. They're going to want to find out what's going on in your life. That's what karma is. Once people realize, oh yeah, I was wrong. Some people are never going to apologize for what they did. They wanted access into your life. You gave them access into your life and they screwed it up. They'll forever be outside of your vault door envious of what's going on. They don't have access to your life again. Your gifts have increased. So somebody's trying to become stronger in that, right? Dream even bigger. So trust your first mind. I see you being booked and busy, not burdened and bitter. The new one is extra special. So somebody is this close to now fully being in a new healthy relationship with somebody that's not going to use you, who is not going to take advantage of you. And so of course exes want back into your life. That's everybody. That's why you're so close to something. But this is why you got to realize you're on the other side. You're already on the other side, and X wants back. They want to find out what's going on in your life. They want to find out what's going on because somebody is realizing, okay, your money is starting to look better. Your money is growing. They realize, what people are realizing is that they could not stop or block your blessings no matter what they did to your life. They realized they weren't your God. That's the part. They were trying to keep you boxed in. So you're going to have to keep people out of your life. The angel of Uriel, angel of wisdom and prophecy, is with you. The dispenser of justice is with you. You're protected by angels. Time for you to get some fresh air. That's what people, and once you realize that somebody was praying for you. Somebody was praying for you. And so somebody is still trying to wrap their head around something, is that keep people out of your life. Learn how to nurture yourself. Somebody used you. Somebody caught you slipping. You still trying to wrap your head around that. But guess what? They could not stop or block your prayers from being answered. You still had a Saturn return. You still were able to get your prayers answered. Your money is growing. No matter how slow it's growing, it's still growing. Somebody still has love in their life, or love is coming across your path. You're still able to keep people out of your business. This is where you're learning how to count your blessings. That's what you want to make a list of. Count your blessings, not your burdens. There's still free movies on YouTube where you don't have to pay a dime. There's still free audiobooks on YouTube where you don't have to pay a dime, right? You're still able to nurture yourselves, right? Where you don't have to pay a dime. There's still good people out here on your frequency. You're just not trying to take advantage of you. Focus on those things. Not the people that want access to your life that don't have access to your life anymore. Focus on those people and those things. Source is cleaning house for you. You're in a very vulnerable position, but you did not see the devil out here. You didn't see the devil. So get focused. Stay focused. These energies want back into your life. You stay on their mind. So this is the declutter. Source is decluttering. Right? 315. So create mental space. Your state of mind is a direct reflection of your physical space. Your angels are signaling that, signaling to you that work needs to be done here. The time is right to declutter your space as a way to also declutter your mind. Take an inventory of the room that you're currently in. Is there one thing that you can clean, store, donate, recycle, or throw away? Yeah. You're not going back to exes. They're exes for a reason. The devil is very, very crafty. They're exes for a reason. You're not trying to show somebody, ooh, look, I got a new ex that treats me right. Why would you do that? They could be doing great in their life. Good for them. That's an answered prayer for you. You want them to be at peace. If they're doing good for themselves, that's wonderful. That's wonderful that they're doing good for themselves. You're not wishing any harm on anybody. You're recalling all your energy, harm to nobody. I don't promote any violence on my channel whatsoever. You don't want any harm to anybody. But they have no access to your life. Good for them. You're not returning their call. That's wonderful. They're doing great. Good for them. So... but you've already moved on. Spiritually, you have already moved on. So that is what I have for you. Like I said, it's time for you to heal your wounded self. You are a star in your own right. You are a star in your own right. You are decluttering your life. You don't want any drama. You don't want any drama as far as they're concerned, or whatever your prayer has been. But you have prayer warriors, and your prayers are being answered. Get some fresh air. Like I said, your gifts have increased. It's time for you to dream bigger in every way, shape, form, or fashion, right? So treat yourselves to a spa day. Like I said, your new home awaits. Your new home awaits, right? So somebody's ex wants to return in some way, shape, form, or fashion. I don't know if this is an ex-friend, ex-love interest, ex-whomever, but you got new something coming. You got, like I said, new... could be new love, new something is over. Something is over because we got this Ace of Cups here. Something is over, right? And so it's time to spiritually just detox. You're learning how to move on in silence and move on in peace. And this is a declutter. This is a complete and total declutter. So yeah. So yeah, so I'm trying to see if there's anything else in your reading here. You all are just a really, really classy zodiac sign here. Trying to see if there's anything else in your reading here. Yeah, I can't. Yeah. I want to say as recent as today, you all are on someone's mind. And the reason why I'm saying this is Possibly because I'm looking at these two cards here, the Hermit card and also the Five of Pentacles here. I think because of the way that you all are handling things, because of the way that you all handle things, it's kind of giving me, and I'm gonna go ahead and close it out with this. I think because of the way that you all handle things in such a classy way, I didn't want this, this reading, it's not going to be this long. Because of the way that you all handle things in such a classy way, yeah, fertility. Yeah, okay, somebody could be having a baby. Because I saw this Empress card here, fertility. But you're fertile in whatever you seed. So even if it's a business, I'm seeing your money growing. It's like whatever you speak. You speak life into whatever seed you plant. So if you say, okay, I want my money to grow, you're very fertile in that. So your money gonna start growing. If you say, okay, I want my business to grow, that's gonna grow. This is another reason why you got to be real careful of allowing certain people back into your life, because some people really have the spirit of death all over them, and they'll end up ending your business. They'll end up ending your friendships. They'll end up ending your business relationships. They'll end up ending everything in your life. Certain people you let into your home, and I'm not trying to be funny when I say this. You'll start seeing flies in your house. You'll start seeing your plants will start dying. Your relationships will start ending, because they're just not a good match for the frequency that you're on. And you'll start to notice things will start dying all around you. Your friendships will start ending. It's not a good, y'all are not on the same frequency. And that's the only thing. They just on a different frequency than you. So I don't want to make it seem like they're bad luck. Y'all are just not on the same frequency. So they're fertile in what they seed for the frequency they're on, but they're just not for you, and you're not for them. So we'll put it that way. And so, yeah, that's why you can't return their call, and they really should not return yours, right? That's why some people don't need to be. Y'all just are not on the same frequency. Y'all just not on the same frequency. So it's a whole new beginning. It's a whole new beginning for you. Whole new beginning. Even with some of your friends, you don't need to carry some people's emotional baggage on your back. Like I said, if it's 3, even so 4 or 5 of your friends, you need to stay out of other people's business. You need to be that friend. If some people don't get along with each other, friend, family member, whomever, if people don't get along with each other, you need to be the person that's like, I'm not passing messages across to other people. If y'all not talking to each other, don't tell me. Y'all need to talk to each other. I don't want to be in the middle of anything. That's going to serve you best, Capricorn. I don't want to be, and I would tell you if it's any zodiac sign, I don't want to be in the middle of anything. Don't tell me anything. I don't want to get it mixed up. I don't want somebody to say, Capricorn was sitting there saying mm-hmm or mm-mm, shaking my head yes or no. I don't want you to even say I said anything. I don't want my name to be attached to none of it. If y'all get the point. I don't want to be, I don't even want you to be able to say I grunted, that I even passed gas, too loud, or that I coughed, or that I sniffed because somebody said something. I don't even want you to say I looked left or right like a ventriloquist doll, like for real. Because some people take any kind of anything as acknowledgement that you were on their side, agreed or disagreed, or you were sitting in the room. Anything, right? So here we have third eye chakra, right? Third eye chakra. So, and this is the awakening oil, right? So thank you to those of you all who have supported the awakening, the raw oil there as well. So some of you all are doing your downward dog you know, for many different reasons. Your downward dog stretches. But yeah, you're decluttering your life in every way, shape, form, fashion. But that's going to be a very powerful one, to just remove yourself from other people's emotional baggage. You are not carrying other people's emotional baggage into your vault door. People don't talk to each other. They could have parted on good terms. If somebody said, can you tell somebody else I said hi? No, you can tell them yourself. If they not, I mean, for real, y'all gonna be that clear. You can't even tell them. No, I stay out of everybody's stuff. I don't know. You can tell them, you know, especially now if it's something that you know for certain, everybody ended on positive note. For certain they ended on positive note. I just I tell them to say hi. But if I know for certain people are not speaking to each other, there's any issues whatsoever, no, I'm not. I'm no. That's gonna have to be a no. You're gonna have to tell them yourself. That's what I have for you all. Hopefully this has been helpful. Make it a fantastic week. But like I said before, find a good movie, find a good book. There's so much free material out here, y'all. And YouTube is a great place to have, they have so many free audio books. You don't have to pay a dime. It's just going to take an hour a day. If you want to learn something new, there's so many free, free resources out here. If you want to learn something new, just to invest in yourself, to learn something new. If you want to start really decluttering your life, you're filling your mind up with something brand new. If you want to carry that good emotions on you as you're climbing the ladder in your life, so you're not carrying other people's emotional baggage, and have that behind closed doors. So when you're in hermit mode, you know, when you're thinking about something else, you're not thinking about other people's emotional baggage. Yeah, so that's what I have for you all. Hopefully this is helpful, and that's what I have for you. Bye.